Hosmer. It's a fly ball to deep right center field. Back goes Marte at the wall. That ball is gone. Eric Hosmer with home run number 11 of the year. Eric Hosmer and the Padres hold on, and they take game one at Chase Field, where it has been such a hard place for the Padres to play. Tonight is game two, the middle game of the three-game series between the San Diego Padres and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Well, the wild card scenario for the Padres with a rain out. The Reds and Cardinals have been rained out, so the Padres begin tonight half a game back of the Reds for that second spot, the all-important second spot in the wild card. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres baseball. Nice win for the Padres last night in game one of the series, and a big night for Fernando Tatis Jr. He's been doing it all year and against the Diamondbacks the last couple of years.
This trend needs to continue, not only for Fernando, but also for the San Diego Padres as they went on the hit attack last night. But let's focus on the Padres outfielder. 3 for 5 last night. You make a mistake with the breaking ball, and you will pay. So all told, 3 for 5, a double, a home run, 3 RBIs. But most importantly, since 2020, 12 home runs against the Diamondbacks, tied for most home runs by any player versus any opponent. This needs to continue tonight for the Padres collectively, offensively, to get on that roll.
Well, tonight it is Blake Snell. He gets the nod in game two, fresh off maybe the best outing of his career. He was outstanding and really good in August.
Timing is everything. As you look at the numbers for Blake Snell, look at August, the ERA, the whip. Just the fastball has been the main key. April through July, not so much. He was trying to find himself. He almost looked lost out there. But confidence is a big key. I don't care if you are a rookie or you're a 10-year veteran. If you've got that confidence going, you're going to win some ball games. He utilizes the fastball. Now, this is against the Dodgers, a really good team in the hunt for the playoffs. 7 2/3, probably his best outing as a Padre, probably in his career. No walks, 10 strikeouts. The one thing, the breaking ball, out of the zone with 2 strikes, command arm side and glove side with that fastball. And look at the excitement for this kid. You think he's hot? He can't wait for tonight.
Coming up, double threat. When Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis Jr. are hitting well, you can expect good things to happen for the Padres, as we will hear next when Annie Halbrin joins us on Valley Sports San Diego.
The Diamondbacks. Last night was a good night for Manny Machado, 2 for 5 with a double, his 33rd multi-hit game of the season. He now has 2 hits in 3 straight games. And that could be a good sign for the Padres as he heats up and this offense starts to look like they're getting going, maybe getting some production up and down the lineup. But we can't talk about Manny right now without bringing in someone else. Fernando Tatis Jr., he also had a good night last night, 3 for 5 with a double and a home run. And in fact, it was Manny and Tatis who had back-to-back doubles in the 9th inning to give the Padres an insurance run. The two are a winning combo when they're both clicking. The Padres are 25-15 when each records at least 1 hit. And they have an 11-1 record when they both have a multi-hit game. Jace Tingler said last night, hey, when they're heating up together, that's when we know we can be our most dynamic offense. They can beat you so many different ways. They'll be back-to-back once again tonight. And coming up, the Snakes are no match for Blake Snell. He's got a 1.08 ERA in 3 starts versus Arizona. As Blake likes to say, it's bump day. Padres, Diamondbacks, first pitch next on Valley Sports San Diego.
Since Padres baseball, brought to you by Petco, official partner of the San Diego Padres. By Sequan Casino, watch the Padres all season long at Sequan Casino Resort with exclusive prizes, game tickets, and more. By Nissan, choose Nissan today for great offers on most exciting lineup ever. Shop NissanUSA.com. And by Jack in the Box. Remember, when the Padres hit a home run tonight, you get a free Jumbo Jack tomorrow with a purchase of a large drink. Now, the Padres with the win last night. How about this little somersault move after last night's win for Fernando?
I give him a 10.
Pretty good. Well, it's time now for our weather report brought to you by HES Solar. The roof is closed. And part of the reason it is, it's warm outside. Well, only 80 degrees. That's not bad, actually, for Arizona this time of year.
It's comfortable.
3 miles per hour. Wind from the west, and rain is the forecast. So that's why the roof is closed.
Yeah. They need the rain.
Yes, they do. Well, the Padres getting ready for this game 2 of the 3-game series. It's time now to check out the Padres lineup, brought to you by Mozzie Heating, Air, and Solar. Trent Grisham leading it off. He's in center field with Jake Cronenworth at shortstop. Manny Machado at third base. Fernando Tatis Jr. back in the cleanup spot with Eric Hosmer at first base. Austin Nola does the catching with Adam Frazier at second base. Jurickson Profar is in left with Blake Snell, the pitcher, batting out of the 9 spot for San Diego. On the mound for the Diamondbacks is Zach Gallen.
Well, last night the Padres got to Gilbert, 8 hits, 5 runs, only 3 earned. Hoping they can get to Zach Gallen tonight. It was a nice line last night for San Diego as the Diamondbacks make their way to the field. 7 runs, 13 hits. Maybe this is something to start for the ball club down the stretch as we enter the month of September tomorrow, John, if you can believe it or not.
September 1.
Yeah. So Zach Gallen is getting ready to take his warm-ups. He's pretty much a 6-pitch pitcher. He throws pretty much everything up there. Heavy on the fastball, changeup, and curveball. He's got 17 starts with 1 relief appearance. 231 average against. A little high on the walks, though, approaching 40 in those 85 in the third for Zach Gallen. The defense for the Diamondbacks tonight down in Copper Square. Pavin Smith in left, Ketel Marte in center, Jake McCarthy in right, Drew Ellis at third, Nick Ahmed at short, Andrew Young at second, and Christian Walker at first base. On the hill, of course, Zach Gallen putting down the signs, Carson Kelly. So it's Gallen and Kelly, the battery mates, tonight for the Diamondbacks.
Gallen, the right-hander. And a look at his pitch arsenal. This is what he features.
Yeah, and you notice that you got the 17, 11, and 11. So he'll mix in a cutter every now and then, but heavy use of the fastball, like a lot of fastball pitchers. But the one thing is, which feel will he have for the secondary pitches? Will it be the changeup? Will it be the curveball or the slider? He'll try to toss everything up there and get a feel for it. But who knows? You talked about the velocity, not overpowering at all. So he relies on movement. Tries to get ground balls, although he's not really a ground ball pitcher. So as Gallen just signals down to second base to take his last warm-up. Game 2 after the Padres win in Game 1 yesterday by a score of 7-5. Try to make it 2 in a row against Arizona. Trent Grisham, he stretches. He is ready to go. He is ready to step into the batter's box. And he steps up to home plate. Stepping up to the mic is the voice of the San Diego Padres. For the play-by-play, here's Don Orsillo.
Thanks very much, Mudley. And here we go. Game 2 of the 3-game series between the Padres and the Diamondbacks. I mentioned the Padres securing Game 1 of this series. This has become a very tough place for the Padres to play Chase Field in Arizona. They've had some tough numbers over the last couple of years. And trying to change that with a win last night and trying to follow up tonight with any kind of momentum they can carry over from the first game of the series. Trent Grisham standing in, and Zach Gallen's first pitch of this one's in there for strike 1, and we're underway in Arizona. Trent Grisham at the top of the order, hitting at 252 to start tonight's action. A little bit in to even the count at 1-1. His third bunt hit of the year last night, tying Will Myers for the most on the team. 13 homers, 52 runs batted in to go along with that 252 average. Fly ball headed out towards shallow left. Out is the shortstop Ahmed, and he'll make the catch for the first out. So Grisham is retired. That'll bring up Jake Cronenworth. Moving on up the order and batting in the 2 spot for the Padres. 268 with 19 homers and 61 runs batted in. He's got 53 extra base hits. That ranks second on the Padres, only behind Fernando's 61. And he's got 12 extra base hits in August to lead the team in the month, which, as Mud mentioned, comes to an end tonight. Fly ball headed out towards deep center field. Back goes Marte onto the warning track to make the catch for out number 2. Hit well just to the deepest part of the ballpark for out number 2. But remember, when the Padres do hit a home run tonight, you get a free jumbo jack tomorrow with a purchase of a large drink. 2 outs for Manny Machado. 275 with 22 homers, 84 runs batted in for Manny. Sit safely in 4 straight games. Multiple hits in 3 straight games.
See if Manny waits him out right here. Maybe take a pitch just to see what Gallen has to offer. Oh, going after the fastball right there.
Two down, bases empty. As the center fielder Marte over towards right center. Big gap in left center.
There's that cutter from Gallen.
This is a breaking ball and misses. That knuckle curve he features. 2-1.
Holding righties to a 203 average, Gallen is this season. That's pretty darn good.
Popped up. Foul ground first base way. Walker going over. But he wanted a play. Well, out of his reach. 3 or 4 rows deep into the crowd. Christian Walker heading over there. So was Andrew Young. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Manny Machado. For Zach Gallen, his 3rd season with the Diamondbacks, coming over from the Marlins. May have gone. They check, and yes, he did. Ringing him up is Nestor Ceja. First strikeout for Gallen ends the first. Diamondbacks are coming up. Fresh off an amazing outing against the LA Dodgers. It was fun to watch, and he's hoping to keep that going here tonight in Arizona.
Blake Snell is on a roll. The 28-year-old making his 4th start against the Diamondbacks this season, 25th overall on the campaign. And there are the season numbers. And, you know, those numbers can be skewed because earlier in the season where he had some rough outings, but those numbers are starting to come down a little bit when it matters most. He's, you know, Donnie and I have mentioned before about support. 2 runs of support he's received or fewer in 15 of 24 starts. So hopefully tonight, Blake Snell gets some love. You can just hear the excitement of this game.
Nick Ahmed leading it off for the D-backs. Swinging to the first pitch, 95 and right down the middle, and he fouled it off to the right out of play.
I think you're going to see a lot of that tonight, Donnie. Challenges with the fastball against this Diamondback lineup from Snell.
Nick Ahmed down on the count 0-1, and another fastball, but it's up. So ball to strike as Snell coming in individually at 6-5. To his 25th start in a Padres uniform. Two balls and a strike to Ahmed. Sits safely in 4 of his last 5 games at .316. Overall, just .224. 4 homers and 34 runs batted in. Defense has been stellar per usual. The offensive numbers down this year for Nick Ahmed. Swing and a miss over the top of a curveball. Good pitch, 2-2.
And pitching backwards early, 2-1 fastball count. He pulls the string to even it.
Credited Nola with his last start quite a bit as well. The communication between the two has been pretty good.
Comfort factor is huge.
Yeah, I think that's big for Blake, at least from what he told us.
Yep. Pretty much on the same page. A lot of communication between pitcher and catcher. Going over the lineup, how you want to pitch these guys.
Sharply hit, but foul. Let's check out that lineup. As Nick Ahmed leads it off for Torey Lovullo with Ketel Marte in center. It's Carson Kelly doing the catching. Christian Walker is at first base. Pavin Smith in left. Andrew Young at second. Drew Ellis gets a start at third. Jake McCarthy in right. And Zach Gallen, the pitcher, bats out of the 9th spot for Torey Lovullo. Blake Snell in a battle here with Nick Ahmed. It's a full count, 3-2. That's pitch 7 to the AB. And it's ball 4. He walks the leadoff hitter. Went to the curveball and missed. Time now for our Indeed player resume. Here comes Ketel Marte. He's got an 11-game hitting streak. 15 hits during the stretch with a .375 batting average. The OPS over 1,100. 4 home runs, 12 RBIs during his 11-game hit streak. And I can tell you this, he has been feasting on Padres pitching all year.
And you know what? If you get to 2 strikes, you can try to expand the zone, but we have shown the fastball in the zone, he will crush it.
Grand slam last night that got the D-backs within a run late.
Once again, a mistake, and he crushed it. I mean, he is so locked in right now. Can't fall into a pattern. Have to really hit your spots, and this is something Blake Snell has done the last 3-4 times out. Hitting the spots.
Fly ball out towards deep center field. Back goes Grisham. Shy of the track will make the catch. Ahmed bluffing, not going anywhere as the throw goes to second. And there's one out here in the bottom of the first inning.
Defense for the Padres. We just saw Trent Grisham, Jurickson Profar in left, Fernando Tatis Jr. in right tonight. Infield, Machado and Cronenworth on the left side, Frazier and Hosmer on the right. Behind the plate, Donnie mentioned Austin Nola catching Blake Snell. Nice battery mate of Snell and Nola tonight in Copper Square.
One out, Ahmed at first base, and it brings up Carson Kelly. Kelly at .253 to start the game. 10 homers, 34 runs batted in. And he's another guy who has done really well against the Padres. Going over to first and crossing over to get back to the bag is Nick Ahmed. Going over again. This time Ahmed's got a dive back. Held on by Eric Hosmer as Ahmed gets that lead again. In there for a strike to Carson Kelly. 95 on the fastball that time from Snell, and he's starting everybody off with that fastball so far tonight.
Yeah, I like that. Be aggressive with that fastball. It goes to the last 3 or 4 times he's been out there we're talking about. Challenge these guys.
Strike 2. Well placed fastball.
And Donnie, what did that fastball have?
Good downward plane.
Oh, believe it. Down and in that crossfire action to the righty. I love that. That's the Stevie Ray Vaughan pitch, caught in a crossfire.
Did you just sniff?
I did. Sniff of confidence.
You're impressed with yourself.
I am. Pretty much.
Ahmed at first, one down here in the bottom of the first inning. The 0-2 to Carson Kelly. Chopped right side. Frazier will go to second, out there on to first. Safe there. So they get the lead runner, 4-6 in. Ahmed on the force out. But Kelly will reach at first base, beating it out. We think. We'll see here if the Padres are going to challenge or not.
Boy, this turn to second base. As you look at Ahmed, he was getting it. He was getting there very, very quickly and in a nice turn around the bag. Let's slow it down a little bit. Frazier with the strike. Cronenworth, get rid of it. And it looks like he beat it out.
Yeah, no challenge here by the Padres. So 2 down. Kelly at first base, and they'll give Christian Walker a chance. .236, 7 homers, 37 runs batted in for Walker. In the first 90 games of the year for the first baseman for the D-backs. Fastball by him, and another guy that he starts with a fastball. Seeing a pattern right now for Snell. Not to say that he won't switch it up, especially second time through, but that's what he's starting with tonight anyway.
Expand the strike zone later with the fastball. If they start taking it for strikes, start swinging at it, maybe up a little bit more, down a little bit more. And you never know with the strike zone. I mean, we've seen wide strike zones. Fastball off the plate called a strike. Haven't seen that tonight early on.
Three starts against the Diamondbacks, 16 2/3, a 1.08 ERA. And how about the strikeouts per 9? 14.5 strikeouts per 9 innings against the D-backs.
That's dealing. That's dealing against the Diamondbacks, working with all of your pitches.
Staying away again and missing with a changeup that time. 3 balls and a strike to Christian Walker.
And with numbers like that, there's no reason for Blake Snell to walk anybody. There's been a time, Don, you and I have talked about this before the game. Let's say there's a crucial situation. Ketel Marte comes up to the plate, right? He's their best hitter. Yeah, you might want to pitch around him then. But the rest of this lineup, no need to walk any of these Diamondback hitters.
Let's take a look at StatCast powered by Google Cloud.
Well, the numbers here I love. August, okay, the pitch arsenal in the month of August. Look at the four-seam fastball. He uses it 59.1% of the time. They're only hitting 149. The other pitches, yeah, the one that's been knocked around the most, the slider. You hang a slider every now and then. Yes, it's going to get hit. But overall, that's why you've seen Blake Snell heavy with the fastball in August.
Runner goes, and a foul ball off to the right on the 97 from Snell. Carson Kelly headed back to first base. He'll be off again. Two outs. Kelly at first base, and Snell up to 18 pitches here in this first inning. In the air, right side. Over is Frazier on the short lawn and right. He'll make the catch that ends the inning. Diamondbacks leave a runner done with one without a score from the desert.
Take a look at StatCast 3D powered by Google Chrome. And you know, you talk about home runs. Fernando Tatis Jr. this season, home runs versus the Diamondbacks, 7 of them off of 6 different pitches. How about that? Look at that. In the zone, you're going to make a mistake. That's what the Google Cloud is showing you there. In the zone, you're going to get crushed. You having a hernia over there, big boy, or what? What's going on? You blowing a gasket?
We go to the second, and Fernando leads it off. High drive out to deep center field off the bat of Tatis. Not enough. Back there is Marte to make the catch. Sounded good, looked good. Deepest part of the yard, though. And Marte gets back there to make the catch for out number 1.
Not out there. We've mentioned that before. Alley to alley. You got to really get it.
1 down here in the second inning, and that'll bring up Eric Hosmer.
I think the Google Cloud knocked that one down.
Hosmer hit one out there last night in that same general direction, just to the right of the scoreboard out there. It was his 11th home run. Takes it the other way this time to left center, and that's going to be a one-hopper up and out. So the ground rule double. And Hosmer at second base with one out here in the second inning.
Swinging early. Gallen, yeah, he went down there. Yeah, that's a nice pitch at 92. That's where he wanted it. But Hosmer says, not on my watch. Spanks it, splits the gap off the track for the automatic double.
One out Hosmer at second base, and brings up Austin Nola. He's catching Blake Snell tonight. First plate appearance for him. In there for strike one. 268 average, a home run, 26 runs batted in. Well, runners in scoring position. You got Hosmer out there at second base right now. He's 19 for 38 at 500. Fouls it off to the right out of play and finds himself down to 0-2. It's safely in 3 straight games and 17 of the last 22.
You ever sit behind home plate like that during a game? I mean, directly behind home plate.
I don't believe I have. No.
Spring training.
No.
It's amazing how it looks so easy from there. Of course, the closer you get to the game, it speeds up on you. But like spring training venues, from that vantage point we just saw from the camera.
Ground ball to third. Ellis looks the runner back at second. Throws across for out number 2.
And it's just amazing how a pitch will go by and the guy will swing and miss. Like, how did he miss that? It just looks so easy. But obviously, this game of baseball, one of the toughest to play. Hitting a round object with a round bat.
Second baseman, number 12, Adam Frazier.
So 2 down, runner at second, and that'll bring up Adam Frazier. 126 games this year between Pittsburgh and San Diego. 304 with 4 homers and 35 runs batted in. 148 hits. That ranks second in the National League. Trey Turner has got 153 to set the pace. And both traded at the trade deadline. Frazier, of course, going to the Padres, and Turner to the Dodgers. Hitting at .316 against right-handed pitching. And dealing with a right-hander tonight in Zach Gallen with 2 outs in the second inning. And Hosmer out there at second base in a scoreless contest. Center fielder Ketel Marte over towards left center, step or 2. Lots of room in right center.
Trying to pitch him away, and Frazier can go the other way. With that said, at third base for the Diamondbacks, Ellis is way off the bag. So there's room to his right or left. Spank something that way to score Hosmer.
Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. That was the changeup, and a good one that time.
I think it was off the table. He's thrown a couple this at bat to Frazier.
Jurickson Profar waiting on deck. Getting the start in left field for the Padres in tonight's game. Kind of rotating out there right now. Ground ball down the first baseline, and a foul ball. 4 career starts for Gallen against the San Diego Padres. 1-1 with a 3.05 ERA. A lot of walks, though, in 20 2/3, 12 walks to 22 Ks. And a high whip.
That's a lot out of the stretch, a lot of traffic, and as you mentioned, yeah, the walks. Got to cut down on the walks there.
Not walked anybody yet tonight. There's 1 strikeout, 2 down in the inning, and a 2-2 to Frazier. Down low, ball 3. Sharply hit, but to short and right at Ahmed. To first for the out that will end the inning. Inning and a half done from Arizona without a score.
No score between the Padres and the Diamondbacks as we head to the bottom of the second at Chase Field. Well, tomorrow, September 1st, the Padres will be able to expand their rosters with 2 additional roster spots. Jace Tingler wouldn't bite today on how exactly that will look. He said they're considering a couple different options, but he said, hey, if we add some arms, we're going to be able to give the bullpen a little extra rest or be able to use guys we think we can win with and give other guys breaks. He said, look, we're down to our last month. This is meaningful baseball. Guys can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and with meaningful baseball comes a little extra adrenaline. So he said, even though I feel confident with the arms that we have, it never hurts to add a few. And Don Mudd, you can bet that Dinelson Lamet will be one person who is added to the roster tomorrow. Jace Tingler said that he is definitely trending in that direction, guys.
And Andy, for the most part, from everything you understand, when he does come back, it'll be in the bullpen, yes?
Yeah, absolutely. And I saw that he told the Union Tribune today that, he's just thankful to be back. It's been such a tough road for him. He said, this is good practice for me. Maybe I'll be back in the bullpen at some point later in my career, even though I envision starting again. So it's a source of pride for him, Don and Mudd. He wants to be able to help the team going down the stretch, and he believes that if he can do that out of the bullpen and just give his stuff and his best inning coming out of there, that's going to be helpful to the team, guys.
Well, it'll be great to have him back, that's for sure.
Yeah, and he's a proud kid to where, first and foremost, in the Padres organization, a healthy Dinelson Lamet. And Annie and Don made a good point as far as if it's the 6th inning, 7th inning, to where it's crunch time and Dinelson Lamet can come in and wipe 2 or 3 hitters out with that slider. Yeah, he's going to go off that mound and feel really good about himself, contributing. That's what he wants to do. He wants to contribute. And it's meaning starting in the bullpen, so be it. And also the other roster spot, and just talking about it, I've always liked the idea of having a guy who you can kind of plug in at different areas, kind of like a versatile type bench player. But having an arm like Lamet would definitely help the Padres down the stretch.
Even Smith leading it off here in the bottom of the second inning for the D-backs. Smith, Young, and Ellis featured here in the second inning.
Remember those days when teams would max out to 40 and they'd have to put up like extra lockers in the locker room or in auxiliary locker room?
I never understood why you'd play under one set of rules for 5 months and then change them for the last month of the year. I just never made much sense to me. And there were some teams that kind of really took advantage of the situation. I think back to some teams who have 15, 16 pitchers on their staff, and it's like, really? You go left, right, starting in like the 5th inning. It's crazy. So I'm glad they've reduced it to at least the 2.
You and me both.
Swing and a miss, and striking out is Pavin Smith. First strikeout of the night for Blake Snell.
That was one of the better curveballs you're going to see from Blake Snell. Wow. Nose to toes. Good extension, good spin. Oh, there's a good look at it. Look at those 4 seams coming at you. Wow. Off the table.
One down here in the second inning brings up Andrew Young. Getting the start at second base for Torey Lovello. He was recalled from AAA Reno day before yesterday. He was hitting at 282, 16 doubles into double figures in home runs with 10 and 41 games with the Aces. Did you ever pitch in Reno?
Never made the Reno stop. They were not in the PCL when I was giving up home runs and extra bases in the PCL.
He went 97 and no, says Nestor Seha, first base umpire.
Well, let's take a look from the side. Oh, man, I thought he went. That's just me, Cha-Cha Vegas.
That is right down the middle, and that is strike 3 at 97. Back-to-back Ks for Snell.
He's in a groove right now. He's got the old number 2 working. He's got the location, downward plane to the heater. And here it is, up top. Let it fly right down the middle. Frozen pizza. He was looking for that old number 2, I think.
2 down in the second inning for Drew Ellis. Going to start at third base for the D-backs. His first and only career home run against the Padres. It was August 14th against the Padres. Made his major league debut back on July 30th. He was called up from AAA Reno. A lot of these guys coming up right at the trade deadline after the Diamondbacks unloaded a few, including Eduardo Escobar.
You like these D-backs costumes tonight?
I
like
do.
them. I do too.
Yeah. There were a couple years there, I'll be honest, I was not a fan of their unis. Back when they had like 9 of them.
Yeah, remember they had the pants that had like the red in the back of the calf? Like
yeah.
It would like gradually disappear.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
No. I like these.
I kind of like the Columbia blue letters, or numbers rather.
There's a curveball there.
He's snapping that thing. Spin it. You know, we talk about the swag chain, spinning it. Well, that's what you have to do with the curveball. Get up on top and spin that thing.
Curveball before was like 11-5.
Yeah.
It was not 12-6. Really like 10:30 to 5:30.
Talking about Blake Snell.
Yeah, the curveball.
Yeah, and you know what? That's a great point. I want to make a point here.
It was a different tilt.
Right. Remember, I think it was during the Zoom call with Jace Tingler talking about Snell being more north to south rather than east to west, and that makes sense. You know, when you hear that term east to west, that means that pitchers are sometimes going this way, right, like that, rather than staying north to south, up top and down, north south this way, rather than working this way. And that's the perfect example of working around a ball. He's getting on top of it once again. That pitch there. So when you hear that term, that's exactly what we're talking about. So nice job, Donnie.
4th full count for Snell with 2 outs here in the second inning. And a swing and a miss. Ends up striking out the side. Pavin Smith.
Say it, Donnie.
Andrew Young.
Say it.
Drew Ellis. All down by way of the K. Here's to San Diego. This beautiful look at America's finest city. As the sun sets off in the distance, the Padres and Diamondbacks are in Arizona.
There's Don's yacht.
Yeah.
The Donatangelo.
That is not the Sun Dolphin. As Jurickson Profar leads it off and takes a strike. I don't think you can pedal that thing you just showed.
That'd be a funny visual right there.
Yeah. There'd be a lot of pedaling. Profar batting out of the 8 spot, and a grounder. It's going to get over Ellis at third baseman and trickle into shallow left. And aboard is Profar to start things here in the top half of the 3rd inning.
Bottom of the order, batting 8th, getting it started. Now Blake Snell coming up to the plate. Let's see if our dog can get a bunt down. Says he's been working on it. He got one down last game. See the technique here.
Allen's going over to first base. And back is Profar. You're getting on him about his bunting abilities on the field.
Yeah, because I care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want him to succeed.
What did you say to him? I forget. You walked right up to him and said something.
I said, don't be afraid to get the bunt down.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you
He
go.
does. And they'll play it second, so there you have it.
That a kid.
Sacrifice complete as Profar takes second base.
Nice. High fives all the way around in the dugout for Blake Snell. Getting that runner over, scoring position. There you go.
One out, one on. Top of the order, Trent Grisham coming up. 300 with runners in scoring position for Trent. Popped out to the shortstop, Nick Ahmed, in the first inning. 0 for 1. So the Cincinnati Reds postponed tonight against the Cardinals, so movement there as far as wins in the wild card scenario. There's no baseball there tonight in Cincinnati. As Gallen bluffs off the backside, no throw.
Rain in Cincinnati?
Rain in Cincinnati.
That's a shocker.
Shocker, exactly. That's all it does. Profar at second with one out. Second straight inning. The Padres with one out. Got a runner at second. They could not advance. Hosmer last inning and jumps out of the way of a cutter down by the shoe tops.
Let's see if Gallen goes with changeups here to Grisham. He threw a couple of changeups last inning that were very effective.
Ground ball softly hit out to second base, and Young throws in time to get Grisham, but taking third is Profar. And there are two outs in the inning now. It's time for the Callaway long ball with Jake Cronenworth coming up. Got Zach Gallen. August 15th, 386 feet away, 96.1 on the miles per hour. And a good launch angle of 28 degrees. Went into the Crone zone, but in Arizona. He forgot to spin it, though. I don't know if you noticed. He wasn't spinning.
That was a changeup, in fact, off the bat of Cronenworth, that home run. It stayed back on it nicely.
One of two hits he's had in his career against Zach Gallen. Flied out to the warning track in center field in the first inning. Cronenworth 0 for 1. Acknowledges the strike on the outside corner. Profar 90 feet away, even closer now with that walking lead off the bag at third. With two outs here in the Padres' third inning. There's strike two.
Interesting nugget. Zach Gallen, 5 wild pitches. Okay. The reason why he's checking his card now.
Big card.
With 2 strikes, try to work down in the zone, maybe bounce something. Profar, get a good look down at third base. Something gets away. Boy, he's got a huge lead at third.
Fouls that one off the catcher, Carson Kelly. The reason he can take that lead, Drew Ellis, is quite a ways away from the bag at third base defensively. So you get the lead that the guy is as far away from the base.
Yep.
One-two pitch. Elevates and misses for ball 2. 2-2. And Machado waiting on deck with 2 down here in the top of the third inning. On the ground, back over the mound, and from short comes Ahmed to throw out Cronenworth and to end the inning. Padres leave a runner in scoring position for the second straight inning. The third inning back at Chase Field in Arizona. It's time now to check out the T-Mobile coverage cam, and that's some very good coverage.
Tremendous coverage. So exciting.
Bottom of the third inning, Jake McCarthy going to lead it off for the D-backs here, batting out of the 8th spot. Made his major league debut August 27th, got his first big league hit August 29th against the Phillies Rangers Suarez. 11 triples and 15 home runs in 85 games with Double-A Amarillo and Reno. Check swing grounder down the first baseline. Hosmer will tag the bag right ahead of his arrival. For the first out of the bottom of the third inning.
You know, you just mentioned those numbers in Double-A and Triple-A for McCarthy, and I'm wondering, ballpark or speed? Well, I think we just figured out that he's got pretty good speed right there.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
And power.
Yeah.
So one out here in the third, and that'll bring up Zach Gallen. You know, for the Diamondbacks in this type of situation, they're not going anywhere. They haven't been going anywhere for a very long time. Traded away those guys at the trade deadline. Now it's a chance to see some of the younger guys, the Double-A guys, the Triple-A guys, the guys that you want to have a little bit of experience at the major league level to figure out what you have really for next year.
And also take it a step further against a guy like Blake Snell and the Padres, who are in the thick of things. They're in the race, right? They got to win games. So you're on the showcase line against one of the league's best. The way he's been throwing the ball in the month of August. See what you can do.
Zach Gallen batting here, 4-for-24 at the plate, a 167 average. And a swing and a miss, and Snell makes quick work of him. That's 4 strikeouts for Blake Snell. 2 down here in the third inning. Well, it's time for the Kia player profile. Most strikeouts by a pitcher in August, and this is up to date with the 4 strikeouts that he has in this game. He's now got 48. Tied with Sandy Alcantara. Bobby Ray on top with 52 strikeouts in the month of August. Two down in the third inning, and it brings up Nick Ahmed. Second time through the order now for Blake Snell. I was thinking defense when I think of Nick Ahmed. He has got 51 defensive runs saved since the beginning of 2018. Leads all shortstops. Now ball foul. He is a Gold Glove Award winner. That's a third most runs saved in the majors behind Matt Chapman, 61 of the Oakland A's, and Nolan Arenado with 54 of the St. Louis Cardinals now.
I remember Phil Nevin, who managed the Aces, now third base coach for the Yankees, managed Nick Ahmed. He said that Nick Ahmed is one of the better shortstops he'd ever seen defensively. Those are pretty high words of praise right there for Nick Ahmed.
Liner foul. Went after the 97-mile-an-hour fastball. When Padres pitchers K9, your K9 wins. If the Padres strike out 9 or more batters in a game, all Padres fans can visit participating Petco locations the next day and receive free dog or cat treats with Pals rewards. Visit petco.com/Padres K9 for more details. 1-2 pitch, and that is going to miss just away. Snell wanted it, but it was away. Ahmed now, and Ketel Marte next. You'd rather face him leading off an inning. 2-2. And a swing and a miss, he will, as that is strikeout number 5 for Blake Snell. We played 3 without a score from the desert. to inning number 4 from Arizona. Remember to enter the Saquon Scouting Report sweepstakes. Follow at Valley Sports ST on Twitter. Reply to today's Saquon Scouting Report with more or less using the hashtag Saquon Scout. Visit valleysports.com for full rules and details. If you think Fernando will hit 6 or more total bases in tonight's game, reply more. If you think he will have fewer than 6 total bases, reply less. About second in this inning with Manny Machado getting ready to lead it off here in the 4th inning. And he struck out swinging in the 1st inning, the only K so far tonight for Gallen. Curveball sent out to right center. Ketel Marte is there for the first out of the inning. That brings up Fernando Tatis Jr., who just has now reached the 100-game mark of the season. And of course he missed 32 games, but this is where it places him all-time age 22 or younger in the first 100 games of the season. Some very good names on that list.
Yeah, and Cody Bellinger's struggling this year, but a good crop of youngsters in this game. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in Toronto doing a nice job as well. And Joe D, Mr. Coffee, Johnny Bench, one of the best catchers ever. It's a good group right there.
There's a curveball for a strike over the outside edge. Fernando flying out to the warning track in center field in the 2nd inning.
Fastball's in, breaking ball's away. Seems like the way they've been going after Tatis Jr. You miss inside, he can turn on it.
Similar approach to Manny Machado so far tonight, too.
Yep.
Therefore, strike 2, and the slider that time 1-2.
A lot of Padre fans in the desert. A lot of brown and gold at Chase Field tonight. Having a good old time at the ball game. A lot of Padre fans there. Rocking the 24-ouncer, yeah.
In the dirt, full count. Eric Hosmer waiting on deck, 1 out here in the 4th inning. Scoreless contest from Arizona. This will be pitch 40 of the night for Gallen. And it's inside, ball 4. Draws a walk with 1 out. And now a quick word from Fix Auto.
In 2021, supporting your community means supporting local businesses. Fix Auto Collision Centers want you to know that they're locally owned and operated. Call or click to find a body shop near you.
1 out, 1 on, and Eric Hosmer coming up. He doubled in the 2nd inning. He's 1 for 1. 3 for 9 in a 3-game hitting streak. One of only 2 hits gathered by the Padres so far off Zach Gallen. Check on Fernando at first base. One out, 1 on. Missing up top with ball 1 to Hosmer. 24 steals in 27 attempts. 89% the stolen base percentage.
I'm thinking if he gets a jump go, you got the left-handed hitter up there in Hosmer, kind of blocking the catcher right there. I get choked up just talking about it. See if he steals a bag.
There's ball 2, 2-0.
A little verklempt. Need a hit of water here, Donnie. A little dry in the desert.
okay?
I'm fine. Ready to go.
It's outside for ball 3, 3-0. The changeup runs away on Zach Gallen sometimes. This kind of takes off. Austin Nola waiting on deck for the Friars here in the 4th inning. Hosmer taken all the way, takes strike 1.
And he used a slide step right there, Gallen. Quick to the plate.
Lando back to the bag over at first. Outside ball 4, and he walks Hosmer. Second time Hosmer's been on, and that's back-to-back walks. Allowed by Zach Gallen all of a sudden. Didn't walk anybody in 3 1/3 innings, but back-to-back walks to Tatis and Hosmer. Austin Nola, again that .500 average with runners in scoring position for Nola. Yeah, 2 on, 1 away. Padres have had their chances. Left Hosmer at second base in the second. Left Profar at third in the third. Now with 1 out, runners at first and second for Nola.
.364 average for Austin, swinging at that first pitch. Also has a home run this season, swinging at the first pitch.
Taken all the way, and he takes strike 1. Tatis at second, Hosmer at first, 1 away in the 4th inning. Driven to deep left center field. Over goes Marte, and he'll make the catch. Tagging up at second, moving to third is Tatis. Hosmer will also tag, and he moves up to second base. So second and third on that long fly out to left center field. Well, it's a deep part of the ballpark out there, and both able to move up.
Second baseman, Adam Frazier.
Challenging Marte. Of course, Tatis has got the speed.
Second and third, 2 down. Brings up Adam Frazier. In this spot this year with 2 outs and runners in scoring position, hitting at .267. Came up with Hosmer at second base in the second inning, grounded out to short. See what happens here. Inside for ball 1.
You know, I was just thinking, if I'm Marte on that play, I'm throwing to second base. There's no way you're going to get Tatis.
Oh, to keep the double play in order.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't need a double play because that's out too.
Keep him out of scoring position.
Well,
right?
that would, yeah. Down low for ball 2, 2-0. Gallen trying to work his way around. Not 1, but 2 base on balls here in the inning. Made it hard on himself, and he is falling behind here, 2-0. Tatis at third, Hosmer at second. Swing and a miss, and there's that good changeup that Gallen's got.
And throwing it 2-0.
Three and one, didn't miss by a lot. Gallen wanted that one badly.
Yeah, that was off the plate. Good call. Tony Randazzo, the home plate umpire, he's the crew chief as well.
Jurickson Profar waiting on deck here for the Padres. 2 down, runners at second and third. Good hitters count for a good hitter. And that's ball 4. He has walked him loaded. Third walk of the inning allowed by Gallen, and it loads the bases. Talk about a golden opportunity right here for the Padres, and catcher Carson Kelly out to talk to Gallen. I'll bring out Matt Hergis as well, the pitching coach.
All the pressure on Gallen, especially after the 3 walks. It's not like he's given up infield singles where you can just go, okay, they made contact, whatever. This is all in his own doing here. And, you know, quite frankly, good position for Jurickson Profar. Always putting together good at-bats. Doing a nice job tonight in the 8-hole, singling his first time up.
Well, fans, you can play Home Run Blast presented by Coors Light. Pick 3 players you think will homer, and if they go deep, you win cash. Go to Valley Sports app or homerunblast.com to play.
I'll pick Jurickson Profar right here and now in this situation.
Bases loaded, 2 down, and here is Jurickson Profar. 309 average with the bases loaded. 1 grand slam on his resume. This year looking for his first hit with the bases loaded. Tatis at third, Hosmer at second, Frazier at first with 2 outs in the Padres' 4th inning. And Profar takes strike 1, starts him with a fastball. Strike 2. Same pitch. A little bit over.
I don't know if he's looking for that cutter or that changeup, but those are 2 fastballs. Very hittable.
That's the biggest card I have ever seen.
Oh, my gosh.
In the shift on the right side, Nick Ahmed, the shortstop, coming over to join Young and Walker. They're 3 wide. They're the Padres base runners. Have them loaded, filled with Friars. Swing and a miss, and a pitch in the dirt, and he strikes out. Padres leave him loaded. They have left 5 on. Scoreless. To the bottom of the 4th inning back in Arizona, and it's time now for our Valley View Casino trivia question. Question tonight, Fernando Tatis Jr. hit his 36th home run in 100 games this season. The player to reach the 36 home runs in the least amount of games is Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa, or Ken Griffey Jr. To enter our Valley View Trivia Sweepstakes, tweet your answer to Valley View Trivia question by Valley Sports SD and include the hashtag Valley View Trivia. Winner will be announced at next Saturday's post-game show. Visit valleysports.com for full rules and details. I'm going B, Barry Bonds.
That's a pick 'em right there.
Yep, could be any one of them.
I'll go Junior.
Okay.
Ken Griffey Jr.
Last half of the 4th inning, and a golden opportunity for the Padres going by the boards. In fact, Padres have left runners in scoring position in the last 3 innings. And Zach Gallen worked his way around 3 walks in the 4th inning. Padres could not push across a run. We remain scoreless as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Padres 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position so far in this game.
Ouch, man.
Blake Snell not getting the run support that he's been used to. As Marte swings the first pitch and carves it foul.
Speaking of that support, it's worth mentioning again prior to this start. Has now received 2 runs of support or fewer in 15 of 24 starts, Blake Snell, including 1 or fewer in 11 and 0 runs 6 times.
Little room for error.
Yeah.
Trying to get him to chase. Not happening. 1 and 2. Marte flying out to the center fielder. Trent Grisham in the first inning, 0 for 1. And hit the grand slam last night that brought the Diamondbacks back within a run. Curveball fouled away, and we'll do it again, 1-2. Swing and a miss, strikes him out on the high fastball. That's strikeout number 6 for Blake Snell. Well, it's time for the top tier play presented by Arco.
Well, striking out the Diamondbacks' best hitter, pitch 1, the fastball challenged him 0-1. Throws up a slider there, quickly ahead 0-2. Now it's time to try to expand the strike zone. 1-2, not biting on the four seam with a curveball. He fouls it off. 1-2 pitch, high fastball, 1-3. Big strikeout for Snell.
One out in the 4th inning, and it brings up Carson Kelly. Foul tipped into the catcher's mitt for strike 1. Diamondbacks catcher grounded into a fielder's choice in the 1st inning, 0 for 1. By him, that fastball up, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. 6 strikeouts for Snell.
That fastball of his is actually 2 weapons, and I'll get that in a second. But you look at the April and July numbers, 275. This is against the fastball. August, 149. Come on.
Curveball that time, and he used it to strike out Kelly. That's 4 strikeouts in a row for Snell. 2 down in the 4th inning.
He has got it working tonight. The location of the fastball, then spinning the curveball way out in front of it for Blake Snell. That never gets old.
Two down here in the 4th inning for Christian Walker. Walker popped out to the second baseman, Adam Frazier, in the 1st inning. He's 0 for 1. And a strike call in that outside corner at 97.
That's firm. That is a firm fastball there. Wow.
His slider at 88.
His breaking stuff is biting like a mule tonight.
Ball 1-2. Two and two.
I say go up the ladder with the heater right here. That seems to be the pitch of the inning that these Diamondback hitters are swinging at.
Full count to Walker. Pavin Smith is on deck. Stretch right now for Snell. 12 in a row retired by the left-hander. Awkward swing and a breaking ball fouled off to the right. down in the fourth inning. 4 strikeouts in a row right now for Snell. Walker fouls it off again. Don't forget to download the MLB app to get in-game video highlights, live pitch-by-pitch, breaking news, player updates, stat leaderboards, and more for your Padres. 8th pitch of this plate appearance coming up for Christian Walker, who has battled away. Pitch 66 coming up for Blake Snell through 3 2/3 innings. Looping curveball, and that's ball 4 as he missed with it. And on is Christian Walker with 2 outs here in the 4th inning. That's the 2nd walk allowed by Snell. And it brings up Pavin Smith. Struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. Not alone in that category. 7 strikeouts through 3 2/3 for Blake Snell tonight. Home runs on the year for Smith, his rookie season. Fly ball, left field. Jurickson Profar will make the catch. It ends the inning. We played 4 tonight in Arizona without a score. Phillies are a problem as Andrew McCutchen with his double down the line and left will score. Gene Segura, who was part of a 3 RBI game for McCutchen, and the Phillies end up beating the Nationals 12-6. And they're now all of a sudden very much in the conversation in the National League wild card scenario. There it is. With that win, they're 2.5 games back. The Cardinals and Reds were rained out in Cincinnati, so they're not playing, so their numbers are not going to change. But Padres are a half game back and out of the 2nd wild card spot. Tonight's action. There's a pop-up foul ground, and look out. Nick Ahmed's going to make the catch with Drew Ellis. His 3rd baseman also almost in the way, but he makes the catch for the first out. Snell retired to begin things here in the 5th inning.
A lot of Diamondbacks on this one, but that's the best angle for Nick Ahmed. Says, I got it, I got it. Ellis peels off a little bit, and then, hey, how you doing? Little hug for his teammate. A lot of love on that infield. But how about those Phils, though? Now they've won 5 in a row. We've got ourselves a race there in that wild card.
Recently lost Rhys Hoskins for the remainder of the year, which is unfortunate for them because he's right in the middle of their lineup.
Yep.
Strike over the outside edge to Trent Grisham. 0-4-2. He's popped out to short and grounded out to second base. Padres have had their opportunities. Left 5 men on through the first 4 innings, including the bases loaded in the 4th inning. Handed 3 walks, but could not score in that inning. Zach Gallen works here into the 5th with 1 down. This next pitch will be the 59th of his outing. Ooh, wow. That gets Trent's attention. That was called a strike.
Yeah, and that changes the at-bat significantly. Rather than 2-1, now 1-2 on this pitch here. That's, wow.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Grisham. On the ground, and Gallen's got it. Going to run a bit. Flips underhanded for out number 2. And now a quick word from Saquon Casino.
Padres fans, surround yourself with everything you love about your team in the new exclusive Padres Hotel Suite. Visit Saquon.com to book your stay.
2 down in the 5th inning. And Zach Gallen taking that comebacker a long way before he flipped it. 2 down in the 5th inning, and Jake Cronenworth for the 3rd time in this one. Out to the warning track in center in the first, grounded down to short in the third. Down the left field line, falling fast and falling foul. Ball 1-1-2. Padres have just 2 hits through 4 2/3 innings. A double by Hosmer in the second inning. And a single to left field for Jerks and Profar in the third. That's it.
You know, the frustrating thing for me was in the inning when they had the bases loaded last inning, and Jerks and Profar first 2 pitches were fastballs right down the middle. And he took them, and then he ultimately swung at that curveball in the dirt. That's frustrating.
The ball's 2 strikes. Allen frustrated with his curveball right now. Maybe close to putting it into timeout.
I was thinking of timeout last inning when Blake Snell was out there. He's thrown a few change-ups, but mostly sliders, curveballs, and fastballs tonight.
Grounded foul. We'll do it again. 2-2. That's the first time I've ever heard a pitcher place one of their pitches in timeout.
That's what me too, and that's why
first.
I think it's brilliant. It made me love Blake Snell even more.
Is that possible?
What's not to love?
Lights this one off foul. Fastball running in on the knuckles. Watch your thumbs.
Blake said anytime on the headsets. Love to talk to you. It'd be sweet, like after he has to win. If he gets the win, we get him on the next day. Make it a thing.
Open left side, and Cronenworth drives it right through into left field for a base hit. A 2-out single for Cronenworth.
That was beautiful. Jake Cronenworth can work the count. He's down 0-2. He can foul some pitches off. Get a good one to hack at. Look at what he does here. This is one of the things mentioned first game of the series. Beating the Diamondbacks, using the whole field, and not trying to be in pull mode all the time. Jake spanks it to the left side, and he is aboard.
Two down, Cronenworth at first, and here's Manny Machado. 0-4-2. And he struck out swinging in the first, flied out to center field in the fourth inning.
First 2 at-bats, swung at the first pitch.
Over to first base, and back is Cronenworth. Over to first again. Cronenworth back to the bag. Padres have had base runners in every inning with the exception of the first when they went down in order. Good downward plane on that fastball, and he jumps ahead 0-2.
Seen some really good hittable fastballs taken tonight. by a lot of the Padre hitters. Those are the ones you jump on.
That time Jake was standing on the bag and he goes over there.
Wasn't it Gallen the last time he threw over to first base a ton of times?
I think it was.
Yeah.
He likes it. I think he's got it in his head. He's going over there. Doesn't matter whether he's standing on the bag or not.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw to first base. Predetermined. It's now 68 pitches thrown through the first 4 innings. Did he go? No, he did not, says Nestor Ceja. Two outs. Jay Cronenworth at first base. Scoreless contest from Arizona. 1-2 pitch coming up here. Driven to deep left field, down the line, and that ball is gone. 2-run home run for Manny Machado, his 23rd of the year, and the Padres take a 2-0 lead. Zach Gallen just hangs that slider, and Manny puts it into the seats. 2-0 Padres.
There's the mistake by Gallen. There's the good swing by Manny. You talk about a laser. He went out and got it. This game up to this point had the feeling of like taking a soda bottle and just shaking it up, and then all of a sudden crack the top open. It's all over the place. Padres finally on the board after flirting with some runs earlier. They've had their opportunities, and they're cashing in right there.
111 miles per hour. 19 degrees on the launch angle.
Wow, 19. That's a line drive right there.
Yes, it is. So Padres on top now, 2-0. 1-0 pitch, and that is fouled off by Fernando. He's flied out to the warning track in center field in the 2nd inning. Walked in the 4th inning. And getting his 3rd look at Zach Gallen. Ball 3-1. Fouls it off himself, and a full count now. And it started with Snell popping out to the shortstop, Nick Ahmed.
Trying to spin on this one here. Oh, off the left shin there. Man. Shinberger.
Swing and a miss, and Tatis strikes out to end the inning, but the damage has been done. The Padres get a 2-run home run by Manny Machado, His 23rd of the year puts the Padres on top 2-0 halfway through. So that guy, Manny Machado, with a 2-run home run. The line drive puts the Padres on top 2-0. Finally, some runs for Blake Snell, who's been terrific tonight. We'll check out his line through the first 4 innings. 7 strikeouts in this game.
Complete control, both sides of the plate, snapping off the breaking balls as well. It's just not one pitch tonight.
Andrew Young to lead it off here in the 5th inning. Struck out looking in the 2nd inning. A few more folks at the ballpark tonight than were at last night's game. 10,818. So like 30 more people. 10-8-1-8.
Oh yeah, you can just hear the electricity. I think you described it best.
It's like a mall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like playing a game in a mall.
Hey, do you know where Orange Julius is?
2-1 pitch. This popped up foul off to the right out of play.
Hey, want to get some caramel corn? Go see a movie? Go to the arcade?
Very, very quiet. Making some noise now.
Hey, maybe there'll be a Tiffany concert.
Bouncing in, ball 3. Andrew Young and Drew Ellis to bat here in the bottom of the 5th inning for the D-backs. 3-2 pitch. And it's fouled off. We'll do it again.
It's got him set up for a nice fastball right here. Kind of out in front of that last pitch being the slider. Tapping it foul. So bring the heat. Don't walk him. Bring the heat. Challenge him.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out on a slider. That's 8 strikeouts for Snell. Second time that Young's down by way of the K.
Yeah, like I said, throw the slider. Down and in. Pitch previously, he fouled it, and he went right back to it. Good downward plane, nice tilt to it. That means he's on top of it.
1 out in the 5th inning, and that'll bring up Drew Ellis.
You know the one thing, consistent arm slot tonight for Blake Snell. And that's a good thing. Everything coming out of the same slot, it's just how he's spinning it. And I'm sure it's tough to pick up as a hitter.
Didn't get the call there and falls behind 2-0. Pretty good pitch, but did not get the call from Tony Randazzo, home plate umpire. And he falls behind 3-0. A lot of deep counts. 78 pitches deep now in 4 1/3 innings. Jake McCarthy waiting on deck for the Diamondbacks. There's a strike. Looked like he was taking all the way. Fouled off to the right out of play. And now a quick word from Ballast Point.
Why just get one beer when you can get 2? Ballast Point Double Tray, available at all San Diego Ballast Point locations.
1 out here in the 5th inning. Full count to Drew Ellis. And that is strike 3 over the inside corner. 9 strikeouts for Blake Snell. Back-to-back Ks here in the 5th inning.
That's a really good pitch. I don't know what Ellis is barking about. Worth another look. Right on the inside corner.
Two down in the fifth inning for Jake McCarthy. 0-4-1. He grounded out to first base in the third. Fly ball to center field and deep. Grisham going back left, plenty of room. And he makes the catch. It ends the fifth inning. We've played 5. Padres have a 2-0 lead. Valley Sports presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers, by Circa Resort and Casino, and by UC San Diego Health, official health provider of the San Diego Padres. Manny Machado with a 2-run home run. It's a difference in this game. Padres lead it 2-0 as we head into the 6th inning back in Arizona. And Zach Gallen heading back to the mound. Next pitch will be the 80th of the night for Gallen. He'll deal with Hosmer, Nola, and Frazier. Scheduled to bat here in the 6th inning.
I'd like to see him jump on the fastball. If you get that fastball in the zone, hack at it.
Hosmer with a double in the 2nd inning to left. He would walk in the 4th inning, so he's been on twice in this game. And he takes strike 1. Change up that time over for a strike. Ball 3. Allen has allowed 3 walks, and they came all in the same inning, the 4th inning, but the Padres couldn't take advantage. After he walked the bases loaded, he was able to strike out Profar to end the 4th inning. The 3-1 pitch from the right-hander. Fly ball down the left field line, and that ball will be a foul ball. David Smith going as far as he could.
There's the hack at the fastball I was just talking about. Hosmer trying to take it the opposite way. Play Pepper up that foul pole down that left field line. Slicing though.
Austin Nola, then Adam Frazier be along here as part of the 6th inning. Swing and a miss, and an elevated fastball up and in, and he strikes out Hosmer. 4 strikeouts for Gallen, first out of the 6th inning.
Even though that's not where he wanted it, it works for Gallen because look at his catcher, Carson Kelly. He wants it down and away. That's up and in. It ties up Eric Hosmer. You know, after going away, that's not a bad pitch. Couldn't catch up to it for the strikeout.
1 out in the 6th for Austin Nola. He's grounded out to third and fly down to center. 0 for 2. Hits this one to right center field, and Marte is there to make the catch out there for out number 2. It's time now to answer our Valley View Casino trivia question. Fernando Tatis Jr. hit his 36th home run in 100 games this season. The player to reach 36 home runs in the least amount of games is Barry Bonds. 36 home runs in his first 62 games of 2001. Wow.
Was that your guess?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was purely a guess.
Yeah.
So can't take too much credit for it. It's not like I knew anything.
It's a good guess.
Two down in the sixth. Adam Frazier has grounded out to short and walked. Strike one. Fastball, a little bit of run on it.
A little bit.
.91 pitches for Gallen through 5 2/3. Nobody warming in either pen right now. Play into the sixth with 2 outs, and Jurickson Profar waiting on deck. Frazier grounds one foul outside of first, and a full count.
Change up.
And that's ball 4. Missed with it. A 2-out walk for Frazier. Second time he has walked, and that is the 4th walk allowed by Gallen. So 2 down, a runner at first, and that'll bring up Jurickson Profar. Jay Stingler saying before the game, going with Profar in tonight's game. He's been hot lately. And that kind of rotating spot in left field right now, which is really 3 guys. It is Profar, Pham, and Myers, who are now sharing left field and elected to go with Profar tonight. Although certainly Pham and Myers available to come off the bench.
And he has not disappointed at all, Jurickson.
There's a liner into right field. Over to play it is McCarthy as Frazier heads for third, and they're going to try and score him. Coming all the way around, the throw to the plate will be not in time. He scores. Throw to second will be in time if they run him down. And they do, but the Padres get another run. Frazier gets in, scoring all the way from first base. And the Padres have taken a 3-0 lead. Padres have the lead. The Diamondbacks challenged in between innings, and the ball remains safe. Tag was late. Getting that foot in first.
Oh, that was close, wasn't it?
It was really close.
Wow.
The call on the field was safe initially, and I think that was the biggest factor probably.
Oh, wow. He's safe, but it doesn't get any closer than that. Nice call by Tony Randazzo, the crew chief and home plate umpire tonight.
And they ended up getting Profar out 9-4-2, 6-3. But it is a base hit and an RBI for Profar that gives the Padres another run on top 3-0.
How about all the way from first base? The ball hit the right field there.
That's worthy of a Carl's Cam replay, and the day for Blake Snell.
He's having a good night in the big leagues. The left-hander has been twirling quite in August as we go into September, and he's got it all working. He's got the curveball, fastball, slider again, swinging over the top of it, both sides of the plate with the fastball going upstairs at times as well for Blake Snell. 9 strikeouts, 9 times, Mrs. Bueller. I think you should wake up and smell the coffee. And there's the line right now for Blake Snell. 83 pitches in, 5 frames for the left-hander.
Going to have a pinch hitter for Zach Gallen. It'll be Josh Van Meter, former Friar farmhand, who will pinch hit. That start last night at third base. And pinch hitting for the starter, so that is the game for Gallen, who goes the first 6 innings tonight. 215, 4 homers, 28 runs batted in for Van Meter. Leads it off in the bottom of the 6th inning for the D-backs. Snell with 9 strikeouts through the first 5 innings. He's walked 2. This is with ball 2 on a slider.
Did you know that Jace Tingler wrote left-handed? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I just discovered that as he was marking down notes on his scorecard there.
Ball 3, 3-1. Shift here with Machado in short right. Frazier and Hosmer the first line of defense. Cronenworth equidistant between second and third on the left side. Swing and a miss. Back to the fastball to get it. Full count. Back to the gas again. And it is grounded into that shift. It's Machado in short right. Gets it there in time. Right into the shift goes Van Meter for the first out of the 6th inning.
Quick exchange for the Padres third baseman playing the rover in shallow right. This never gets old. Love the shift. Manny on the run. Flip throw. Gets him by 2 full strides.
One out here in the 6th inning. Nick Ahmed 0 for 1 in this game with a walk. Struck out his last time up. One of the 9 strikeouts for Blake Snell. Ground ball to second. And that is out number 2. Adam Frazier to Eric Hosmer. 2 away. Takes us to Ketel Marte. I like him coming up with nobody on, that's for sure. Especially the success he has enjoyed against the Padres. 342, he's had success against just about everybody this year. His fly to center and struck out swinging. Fly ball, right center field. Over is Grisham to make the catch. Blake Snell is not allowed to hit through the first 6. It's 3-0 San Diego. Valley Sports presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Petco, official partner of the San Diego Padres. By Knockaround Sunglasses. And by GMC. 3-0 Padres have the lead. That was the 3rd run just getting in. We got a new pitcher just getting in. It's Caleb Smith.
Well, the Padres trying to add on. It was a righty, now enter the lefty Smith. We've seen him before. 37th game, 4-8 record with a high ERA of 5.07, and that leads to the Diamondbacks relievers, the bullpen collectively 5.30. That's 15th in the National League, 29th in baseball.
Blake Snell's going to lead it off here in the 7th inning. Sacrifice bunt in the 3rd inning, popped out to shortstop, actually fouling out to the shortstop, Nick Ahmed, in the 5th inning. Talking to Tony Randazzo as he does. Still talking. And strike 1 from Smith. Zach Gallen goes 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He walked 4 and struck out 4. Fouls it off to the left and finds himself down 1-2. Chases that and strikes out. That slider just kept going away from him. And that's the first out of the 7th inning. Well, don't forget to stream Padres baseball all season long on the Bally Sports app, presented by T-Mobile. 1 out in the 7th inning. Top of the order, Trent Grisham coming up. 0-for-3 in this game. Trent has popped out to short, grounded out to second, and tapped one back to the mound. We've seen plenty of Caleb Smith as a starter in 13 starts, 1-8 with a 6.95 ERA. Putting it mildly, it's gone much better out of the pen. 2.55 ERA.
A couple of ways of looking at that. Some guys go out there with the mentality, okay, I'm going to maybe face this lineup one time around, maybe 2 innings, maybe an inning, whatever the case is. So you go out there and you just work quickly. You try to pound the zone rather than trying to set up hitters as a starter. We're going to face them 2-3 times.
You may remember he was caught with a substance on his glove with some sticky stuff that he has appealed and not going to rule on it until Thursday apparently, so he's allowed to pitch in the meantime.
And of course the penalty, a 10-game suspension. And correct me, right, you cannot fill that roster spot, right?
Yeah. There's Jay Cronenworth waiting on deck. That is ball 4. Misses away, a 1-out walk for Trent Grisham. That is walk number 5 handed out by Diamondbacks pitching in this game. Well, the first by Caleb Smith.
Shortstop, Jake Cronenworth.
Brings up Jay Cronenworth. Flied out to deep center, grounded out to short, and single to left. That set the table for the 2-run home run by Manny Machado. Back in the 5th inning.
I was just told by an informant that the appeal is going to be zoomed on Thursday for Caleb Smith. And
Yeah, you didn't need an informant. I'm sitting right here, and I said that.
Yeah, well, if you went to the refrigerator, to get a beer.
An informant? What do you got? Somebody like in a garage somewhere?
Yeah,
in
parking
Arizona?
garage.
It's an informant.
Hal Holbrook.
I've just heard from an informant that one out, one on.
He was wired.
I just said that.
Well, somebody might have
gotten, listen to me once in a while.
Somebody got a beer at the refrigerator. And
You
couldn't hear
didn't. You were here. I don't think. Maybe you did. I don't know. Two balls and a strike to Cronenworth. In the air, down the left field line, Pavin Smith will run into foul ground and drop the baseball. Pretty sure he was in foul ground when he dropped the baseball.
It's got to be an error.
How close he is to the line. No, definitely in foul ground. but it is an E7.
Lost his footing there as well. I don't know on what.
Another chance here for Cronenworth with 1 out and 1 on. Going over there to check, and back safely is Grisham.
He dropped the ball too.
Everybody's dropping baseballs. Outside for ball 3. That slider has been missing and not chasing it. So a full count now. And Machado waiting on deck. And then Fernando, if we get that far, there is 1 out in the inning. Breaking ball fouled back. Do it again, 3-2. Now struck out to begin the inning. Grisham walked Cronenworth. And a battle here with Caleb Smith. Gets him on the high fastball. Got him to chase. That is strikeout number 2 for Smith. 2 down in the inning. And it's time now for our Land Rover Above and Beyond play.
The hanging slider right down the middle of the plate. Manny Machado out in front of it. On the line, 19 degrees on the launch angle. That got out in a hurry. He went above and beyond the left field wall for that home run.
2 down for Manny. Struck out in the first. Flied out to center in the fourth. The home run you just saw. And takes a pitch high for ball 1. Well, since the Padres hit a home run in tonight's game, you get a free jumbo jack tomorrow with a purchase of a large drink. Two down Grisham at first, and a 1-1 pitch. We'll have to wait to check on Grisham again. He's not tried to steal yet.
See Walker way off the bag, in front of the bag there. He's about a step or 2 away from that first base bag. So when he caught that ball, he had to actually step back and try to make a tag. He was back safely, of course.
In their first strike, the fastball again. 1-2. The home run for Manny was his 23rd of the year. RBIs 85 and 86 on the season for the Padres third baseman. Foul back, will do it again. Zach Gallen, tonight's starter for the D-backs. 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs. All earned, including the 2-run home run by Machado. He walked 4, including 3 in 1 inning that he worked his way around. Padres could not score in that inning. And he struck out 4 while he was out there in his 6 innings of work. Ended up throwing 94 pitches. On the hook in this one at the moment. Here's a 1-2 to Machado. Fly ball down the right field line, headed towards foul ground is McCarthy, and no play off the screen.
Yeah, this game should be at least 5 or 6-0 San Diego with the opportunities that they've had. And Gallen walking the yard.
Push him back to first with 2 down. In tight, ball 2. Fernando waiting on deck with 2 outs here in the Padres half of the 7th inning. Does not have a hit in tonight's game. Padres out hitting the Diamondbacks 5-0. Ball 3, full count. Remember the Padres to have 2 hits in this game tonight is Jurickson Profar batting out of the 8th spot. A couple of singles in tonight's game.
Well, I mentioned earlier that Blake Snell, 4 of the last 5 starts, has gone over 100 pitches. So
sitting on 91 through 6.
Yep.
8th pitch coming, and that is ball 4. Looked like a pretty good pitch. The second walk of the inning allowed by Caleb Smith, and Machado's aboard. Padres have 2 on. This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres. And Hergis, the pitching coach out there, conducting the meeting on the mound.
looks like Caleb Smith wants nothing to do with Matt Hergis. See when he went out there?
Yeah.
Never looked him in the eye. Kind of looking away like, what are you doing out here?
It's been a weird line for him. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks here in this inning. Grisham at second, Machado at first, 2 down. Fernando Tatis Jr. Inside for ball 1. He's flying out to the warning track in center, walked and struck out swinging. It's already 25 pitches in this inning for Caleb Smith. Falls behind, 2-0. Nobody else warming either in the Diamondbacks pen. A little surprised by that.
Yeah, if Matt Hergis goes out there and talks to him and no action, this is your inning, kid. Missing big time, 3 in a row. Did he just shake his head like he wanted that pitch?
Yes, he did. That is a strike call for some unknown reason.
Wow. One of the worst ones we've seen tonight. And this isn't even close.
Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4 baseballs?
At least.
Full count. Grisham at second, Machado at first. 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning. Fouled back, and that was a pretty good pitch with which to work. The changeup.
Middle in, and he was all over it, just working underneath a little bit. Take another look. Good swing. Wants it back.
That's ball 4, and that will load the bases. So the third walk of the inning allowed by a Diamondbacks pitcher. That's the second time that's happened in this game for Torey Lovello's pitching staff. It happened to Zach Gallen in the 4th inning. Got out of it by getting Profar to strike out. We'll see what happens this time, as it'll be Hosmer coming up. 3 walks, 1 to Grisham, 1 to Machado, and more recently 1 to Fernando Tatis Jr. Bases loaded, and here's Eric Hosmer with the Padres already on top 3-0 in this game. A chance to really open this thing up right now. Strike 1 on the outside edge. Under the slider to get it. Hosmer has doubled to left, walked, and struck out swinging. With plate appearance of this game, and the first one against Caleb Smith tonight.
Long wait for Blake Snell, huh? The Padres dugout this inning.
Called strike, and he went around 1-2. Two outs, top of the 7th inning. Bases filled with Friars. Grisham at third, Machado at second, Tatis at first. Chopped to first, and Walker will tag the bag, and out of it again are the Diamondbacks. You get out of a bases loaded situation for the second time tonight. 3-0 Padres. Three to nothing. Padres have the lead over the Diamondbacks as we move to the bottom of the 7th inning back in the desert. Blake Snell, as we look at his pitch totals over the last 5 starts, he has been up over 104 of the last 5 games with 122 in that last outing against the Dodgers. He's sitting at 91 pitches, and he starts this 7th inning without having allowed a hit in tonight's game. Carson Kelly, Christian Walker, and Pavin Smith, the expected trio here in the bottom of the 7th inning for the D-backs.
They have given him a longer leash. There's no doubt about that. And you look at location and velocity at this point with this many pitches.
There is strike 1. Went to a slider to get it. Carson Kelly is grounded into a fielder's choice and struck out swinging. Total of 9 strikeouts for Blake Snell in this game tonight. Offensively for the Padres, they have left 8 men on base, and with runners in scoring position, 0 for 7. Really have kind of the feel that the Padres have a big lead in this game, and they really don't.
Yep. And we know how quickly it can change for both sides. We've seen that before.
Saw Ketel Marte hit a grand slam last night late. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. He chased the slider in the dirt.
You know, when the pitch count starts getting up there, and you know, maybe there's a little bit of a hangover from 122 we mentioned last time against the Dodgers. Who knows? Even only Blake Snell, I should say, knows that. But sometimes the legs maybe get a little fatigued, a little heavy. Maybe the arm slot falls down a little bit. Let's see if he stays on top.
Fly ball to shallow right. Tatis coming in on a slant will make the catch for the first out of the 7th inning. One down, and that takes us to Christian Walker. Popped out to second base in the first, walked in the 4th inning. As the Diamondbacks first baseman bats for the 3rd time in this one. Now walked Ahmed in the first. The first batter he faced, he walked. And after retiring 12 in a row, he walked Christian Walker in the 4th inning. That's the last time he was up. And it's a ball and a strike now to Walker here in the 7th inning.
Still good bite on that slider we just saw.
No, he did not, says Nestor Seha. This is pitch number 100. And it is fouled off. We'll do it again. There's a breakdown per inning for Blake in this game.
Well, a few 19s there, but under 20. Not bad. I guess the 6th inning makes up for those 19s. A few pitches here and there.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Christian Walker. That's strikeout number 10 for Blake Snell. 2 down.
And he got him with the fastball up and away. That'll work.
2 down in the 7th inning, and it brings up Pavin Smith. Strike 1. Struck out swinging in the 2nd, flied out to the left fielder Jurickson Profar in the 4th inning. There is action in the pen, Mud, for the first time in this game.
Yep.
Pierce Johnson is up and warming. As Snell is about to throw his 104th pitch. And he misses with it.
I'm guessing because of the last start, as I mentioned, 122 pitches. You want to stop it right here after if he gets this guy out, 7 full, maybe 105 if the inning ends on this next pitch. Still good velocity, decent location.
Swing and a miss. Or did he get a piece? Apparently got a piece. He was headed to first base. Foul ball. Snell's 2-2 pitch. Fly ball into left field. Here comes Profar to make the catch. Snellzilla's got it going on in the desert tonight. He's not allowed to hit through the first 7 innings.
Hitting out for San Diego, catcher Austin Nola.
Absolutely. Thanks very much, Mike and Mark. As we move along to the 8th, and it is Austin Nola who leads it off. Pops it up right side, and moving over is Andrew Young to make the catch for out number 1 of the 8th. Well, in between innings, after Blake Snell came off, he got congratulations from his teammates and his manager. And he is done for the night. 7 no-hit innings, but 107 pitches, the biggest factor here.
Yeah, he was dominant. And the pitch count, sure. I mean, last 4 out of 5 over 100. I like the idea of stretching them out, right? But as far as the no-hits are concerned, yeah, that's a special thing too. But I think you have to think about the well-being of your pitcher.
You have to look big picture, I guess, is what you're saying.
And September,
yes.
Right? That's a good workout. He was dominant.
Pierce Johnson continues to warm in the pen. Looks like he will be next for the Padres in the last half of the 8th inning. So he ends up with 107 pitches. Retires the last 10 in a row that he faced. Ends up striking out 10. He walked 2. But no hits. That's a tough one. It really is.
It is.
But I was thinking about it as you're getting into like the 5th and 6th inning, and where he was pitch count wise at that point, 83 pitches through 5. You knew it was going to be a tall task, even if he kept it pretty minimal, and he did. But
yeah, the 3 19-pitch innings, I think, got him. And once again, you have no control over foul balls. I mean, you make a good pitch off the plate, they take a hack at it, they foul it off, maybe 2 or 3 in at bat.
Right.
There's nothing you can do there.
Has to be very pleased with the way he pitched here, though, again tonight.
Oh, his confidence has just skyrocketed.
August has been fantastic. 1-2 pitch to Adam Frazier. And on twice, walked twice. So 7 walks allowed in this game by Diamondbacks pitching. And none of them have led to runs.
That's very frustrating.
One-two pitch from Smith, second inning of relief for him. And did he go? No, he did not, says Todd Titchener, third base umpire. Profar next. He's got a couple of hits in this game. 2-2. And this is to left center field. Ketel Marte is back to make the catch for out number 2 at the top of the 8th inning.
Left fielder Jurickson Profar.
2 down, and Profar coming up. Two hits, a single to left in the 3rd, a single to right in the 6th inning. Wrapped around a strikeout swinging in the 4th. Chops one foul outside of 3rd for strike 1. 0-2. Tommy Pham has come out on deck. He would bat for Snell in his spot. Inside for ball one. That fastball getting up there at 94 miles an hour out of the hand of Caleb Smith, who so far has gone an inning and 2/3 of relief. Again, he was starting game, so he could go a while. That is strike three, and it's a 1-2-3/8 inning for Caleb Smith. To the bottom of the eighth we go. 3-0 Padres. Time now for the Bill Howe plays of the game, and this was the night for Blake Snell.
He had one heck of a night in the big leagues, and it all started, you know what, in the first inning he walked Ahmed and then left a runner stranded, but 10 strikeouts, a couple of walks, no hits for the left-hander. He was up on top. I mentioned the arm slot for Snell. Everything was in the same arm slot, getting on top, up the ladder, down the ladder, breaking balls down and in, and both breaking balls, the slider and the curveball, very effective tonight. It's not like only one pitch was the pitch. He had the old trifecta working tonight.
So here is Pierce Johnson.
51st game for Pierce. You know about his repertoire. He's got the curveball and the fastball. Opponent's only 206. Trying to shut down these Diamondbacks here in the eighth.
This is Rojas, who is pinch hitting to begin the inning for Andrew Young. Coming off the bench, started last night's game. And Josh Rojas will take a strike over the inside edge. Batting for Andrew Young, who had struck out twice against Snell, once looking, once swinging. High for ball two, 2-1. And strike two. Johnson was up last inning as Snell was pitching. Snell's dealing with his second hitter of the inning. And Christian Walker when Pierce Johnson first got up. David Peralta has come out on deck, going to get another pinch hitter. That would be for Drew Ellis. First a 2-2 to Rojas. Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out for the first out of the eighth inning.
And he went with that signature curveball to the left-hander, righty on lefty. Not as big as a curveball as Blake Snell has, but tighter, and gets him to swing right over the top of
it. David Peralta coming up next to pinch hit. He also started last night's game, coming off the bench. One out. 259, 6 homers, 52 runs batted in for Peralta.
Novello unloading the lefties here against the righty Johnson here in the eighth.
Here's strike one right at the knees. Eleven in a row retired by Padres pitching. Bounces that one to even the count at 1-1.
Could be a combo platter tonight. Stay tuned. Call a friend.
To left center, and it's going to drop for a base hit. Peralta with the first hit of the night after Padres pitching goes 7 1/3. The base hit breaks it up for David Peralta, and the Padres have allowed their first hit of the night.
Looks like he got beat on a ball here. What's the pitch here? It's a curveball in on him. Fights it off and dumps it into shallow left. Yeah, you can tell even that sound.
So the no not to be tonight in the desert. A single by Peralta with one out, and here is Jake McCarthy. And he'll take strike one. On the ground, right side. Machado in the shift gets the lead runner at second base in Peralta.
I like how Manny did not rush that. He got it, get the short out, get that lead runner. No, on that big hop, there's no way they're going to get two right there, especially with the way McCarthy runs. Make sure you get that out at second base.
Dalton Varsho is going to pinch hit here in the pitcher's spot. With 2 outs and 1 on. A .231 hitter, 9 homers, and 25 runs batted in. 70th game that he's been a part of this year. So line again for Snell tonight. 7 innings, no hits, no runs. Walked 2, struck out 10 through 107 pitches. Padres in that shift. This is the one where Machado ducks back to short right. Hosmer holds a runner on at first. 1-0 to Dalton Varsho. Runs away for ball 2. Sharply hit and into that shift. Machado's throw is going to be dug out by Hosmer for the out. Nicely done. Heading over towards the line to get there in the shift, and then the one hopper picked by Hosmer. Nice play by Manny Machado. Off balance throw. They got him.
Problem, let me know, cause we can solve it like that. I'm gonna be putting up a show when I go step up the bat. Hey, look, I'm home run hitting, yeah. I'm about my business, hey, you know I'm out to get it, winning all 9 innings. Watch you play, cause I'm still in the game on every field, and I can't wait to see the faces on them. Gonna make them sick, yeah, I'm home run hitting, yeah. I'm about my business, hey, you know I'm out to get it, winning all 9 innings. Watch you play, cause I'm still in the game on every field, and I can't wait to see the faces on them.
It's been a fun night from Chase Field in Arizona, where the Padres hold a 3-0 lead as we head to the 9th inning. And the third pitcher of the ball game brought on here for the Diamondbacks is Taylor Clark.
4-pitch pitcher, a 4-seamer, a slider, a changeup, and a curveball. He enters his 41st game. We'd like to see the Padres get some insurance.
McFam pinch hitting as he was going to do last inning. Got a bunch of defensive changes, like a whole bunch.
Spring training like?
Yes, very much like. After the 2 pinch hitters last inning, this will bounce in. All right, so we know Clark is now pitching. I can tell you that much. Peralta stays in the game, and he is now in left field. McCarthy moves from right to center. Pavin Smith moves from left to right. There's more. As this one missed down low, 2-1.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. Ketel Marte has come into second base. Well, it's been a while since we've seen him in the infield. And Rojas stays in the game at third base, taking over for Drew Ellis. I think that's it.
That's
a lot, though.
That's a spring training game.
That's a lot. That's a bunch. Peralta in left, McCarthy in center, Smith in right, Marte at second, Rojas at third, and that's Trent Grisham. Two-two to Pham, pinch hitting here in the ninth inning, and that is going to be strike three. Pham takes it, and that is the first out of the ninth inning.
Center fielder, Trent
The
Grisham.
breaking ball slider placed really well. That's a legitimate strike. That's right on the outside corner.
One out in the ninth inning, and it brings up Trent Grisham, top of the order for the Padres. 0 for 3 with a walk in this one for Grisham. He's popped out to short, grounded out to second, tapped one back to the mound before he got that walk in the seventh inning. So Clark has taken over for Caleb Smith, who ended up going 2 innings. No hits. Shark sighting in the desert. His second straight night. Caleb Smith gave up no runs. He walked 3. And he would strike out 3. So 7 walks total allowed by Diamondbacks pitching. And again, none of those walks became runs. On a strike to Trent Grisham with 1 out. Five in a row retired by Diamondbacks pitching. Combination of Gallen, Smith, and Clark. Outside makes it 3-1 to Trent Grisham with Jake Cronenworth to follow. Diamond likes to obtain some insurance here in the top half of the ninth inning. They have the top of the order coming up for the D-backs in the bottom of the ninth inning. Ahmed, Marte, and Kelly in, but he gets on. Walker may have a chance. Here's a liner to left, and back to make the catch in left field is Peralta for out number 2 of the ninth inning.
Shortstop, Jake.
And that'll bring up Jake Cronenworth. He singled in the 5th, the 1 for 4 night for the Padres shortstop. High for a ball. Cronenworth would score after he singled in the 5th inning on the 2-run shot by Manny Machado. And his 23rd home run. RBIs 85 and 86. Clark falling behind 2-0. Two-0 pitch. He is lined into center field, and a base hit for Jake Cronenworth. So a 2-out single and the second hit of the night for Cronenworth.
Well, we've seen some 2-out thunder from this Padre team. Jake Cronenworth with 2 outs, smacking that one to center field. And as Donnie mentioned, you got Machado doing up now, and Tatis on deck.
So 2 down, Cronenworth at first, and here is Manny. Mentioned the home run. He's also walked, so been on a couple of times. Ball 1. Mark 2 quick outs, but the base hit by Cronenworth. Now he's got to deal with the likes of Manny Machado. Lined and caught. That's shortstop, and that'll end the inning. So it is time for the Shark. Mark Melancon will be in the game when we come back. Padres have a 3-0 lead. No, yeah, it's closing time. Well, the only hit of this game, David Peralta, with 1 out in the 8th inning. This bloop to left field. It falls in. That's tough.
Yeah, got jammed on a breaking ball. That's baseball.
In is Mark Melancon with a 3-0 advantage here in the bottom of the ninth, trying to close the door on the D-backs for the second straight night.
And 54th game, 35th save last night, 35 out of 40. Opponent's only hitting .210 off the right-hander. Got a full 3 runs to work with. Back-to-back nights for the right-hander.
Top of the order, Nick Ahmed will lead it off here for the D-backs. He walked back in the first inning, struck out and grounded out. 3 plate appearances on the night.
Melancon should be okay. Only threw 14 pitches in last night's save.
Ahmed, Marte, and Kelly expected here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Fouled back for strike 1. Chop foul outside of third. It's 0-2. He may have gone. Yes, he did. He strikes out. And that's the first out of the 9th inning. Chases that knuckle curve for out number 1.
Out of the zone big time as well.
Second baseman, Ketel Marte.
No chance.
1 down in the 9th inning for Ketel Marte. It's an 0-for-3 game for Marte. He has flied out to center, struck out swinging, and flied out to center again. Average still at 340. And he takes strike 1. Starts him with that curveball. Fouls it off, and it's down 0-2. Pierce Johnson went an inning, giving up the only hit. No runs, no walks, and had a strikeout. As he worked the 8th, Melanson has the first out of the 9th inning. Melanson trying to wrap up tonight. Game 2 of the series. We play day baseball tomorrow. Finale of this 3-game series.
Tell you what, that was a really enjoyable display by Blake Snell tonight. That was fun to watch.
Swing and a miss, and Melanson strikes out Marte. 2 down in the 9th inning. Back-to-back Ks for the Shark.
Really tied him up with this last pitch here. The cut fastball in, ends up off the plate just a little bit, but you got to protect the 2 strikes. Got the punchy.
2 down for Carson Kelly. 0-for-3 in the ball game is Kelly, running into a fielder's choice, striking out swinging, and flying out to right field. Drops a curveball in for strike 1. Try another. And this one misses. 1-1.
I think that's one of the things that makes Mark Melanson so effective is that he can throw that curveball. You know, we talk about fastballs over the plate and then off the plate to make him chase. I think he has that ability with that curveball as well. Throw it early, make him swing at it late by throwing it off the plate.
Certainly got Ahmed to chase. 1-1 to Carson Kelly. And the strike call, 1-2. Boy, that was well placed. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down in the 9th inning. Padres trying to grab their 2nd game of this 3-game series. To the only hit in this game. Line to center, and that's a base hit. So down on the count was Carson Kelly, but he keeps it going with a base hit to center field with 2 down.
Mark Melanson does a fine job of hitting his corners and going up, and that one caught a lot of the plate, and Kelly was short and quick to that one for the base hit.
I'll give Christian Walker a chance. He has popped out to second base, walked, and struck out swinging. Able to strike out Ahmed. Struck out Marte. The single by Carson Kelly continues this inning. Fly ball foul down the right field line, and it's 1-1. Walker checking the twig to make sure he didn't fracture it.
Sounded like he may have, huh? But not the case.
Apparently not. He checked it out.
He's given the inspection right there.
Surveyed the situation. Taking inventory on his equipment. Ball and a strike to Christian Walker. In tight for ball 2. That is strike 2, and it's 2-2. He has put that in that bottom left corner a couple of times. He got the call.
Hey, he doesn't overthrow. He hits his spots with regularity. That's his game. Doesn't light up the radar gun. It's all about location.
Pavin Smith hoping he'll get a chance. Padres have other ideas. 2 down, a count of 2-2 to Christian Walker with Carson Kelly at first. Lined, and that's into left field for a base hit. The Diamondbacks will bring the tying run to the plate for the second straight night in the 9th inning. So 2 outs, a single for Kelly, a single for Walker, and that will give Pavin Smith the chance.
2 pitches this inning that Melanson has thrown over the plate. That one was a hanger, and both resulting in singles.
2 on, 2 down. Pavin Smith's had an 0 for 3 night. Struck out in the 2nd, flat out to left in the 4th, did the same thing in the 7th. Strike 1. Kelly at second base, Walker at first with 2 down in the 9th inning. In the dirt, and it's 1-1. Pitch will be the 20th of this inning for Melanson. Tying run at the plate right now for the D-backs with 2 down in the bottom of the 9th inning. Strike 2 on the outside edge, and again he's got 2 strikes on a hitter with 2 outs in the inning. All the hits in this inning have come with 2 strikes. Fire faithful standing is 1 in the desert right now. Kelly at second, Walker at first, tying run at the plate, and Pavin Smith. Melanson with a 1-2 pitch. He struck him out, and the Padres win. Ends up striking out the side as it turns out, but the tying run did come to the plate. But a shutout for the Padres tonight as they take the first 2 games of the series on a night when Blake Snell didn't allow a hit in 7 innings. Total of 3 hits total on the night for the Diamondbacks, and a 3-0 Padres win. It's time for Padres Live, the postgame show. Mike Pomerantz, what's in store?